Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on the Batmobile Stage 11 from Fanhome and D'Agostini. So let me go ahead and get the book open and we'll get the parts open, and I can see that there's more pipes in this one. I'm hoping that since there's only one pipe, it should not say this one and this one and this one like we did in the last stage, where you have to kind of figure out which one you're cutting. And it looks like the entire stage has 2 screws in it. Or actually it's got AM and AP. Oh, there they are. So it's got, looks like 2 AP and 2 AM screws that we're going to be using. See if I can get these parts back where they belong. And we've got the left engine block connector, just various small parts, fuel filter, so on and so forth. So let's get the engine block out. Begin by attaching left engine block connector using 1 AM screw. Only if you can get the engine block out, and this must be the connector. Yeah, looks like it. You got some detail bolt heads on there. It goes on to the bracket 11C, which what does 11C look like? That's what I thought. This should be 11C. Both of these feel like they're made of metal. So it's going to go on. It's going to go like this. Ah, okay. And haven't seen one of these in a while. You've got the, come on, you got a pin. It's going to go into one hole, and the screw is going to go into the other. Both pieces are metal. So let me go ahead and get the AM screw, and we'll dip it in the oil. Oil. Hole looks like it should be lined up. Come on. My eyes are not as young as they used to be, so black on black. Black screw going into a black part sometimes can be a little bit difficult. I have just become one with this model because it pinched my skin right there. And so I'm willing to bet that some of me is still in there. And so this bracket is going to go on here like this. Okay, there we go. That post right there is where that hole right there is where this post is going to go, just like this. And actually it's going to look like it's the motor mount. And we're going to use the other AM screw that gets used in this issue right there. Interestingly, oh yeah, there is one. I was going to say that I didn't remember there being a motor mount on the other side of the engine, but there is one. Dip that in there, put in the hole from this side. See if we can get it to actually go in and stay in place. Switch screwdrivers real quick. As being a little bit, doesn't want to go all the way down. A little bit of a pain in the butt. we're going to back it out. We're going to try putting it back in. And torque it all the way down. There we go. And that is how it looks. The two bolt head details looks like they should be good. Look, they look realistic, basically. And then down here, we're going to put 1H, which is the oil pump. That should be this one, I believe. Yeah. And what I looked on the detail in the picture, and that is recognizable. It goes in at an angle. And it is plenty firm going in there, just like that. And then we're going to get the oil pan, which I have right here. We're going to turn this around. We're going to use the two AP screws like that. They're going to go in this hole and here, this hole, hitting these posts with the screw holes. So let me get out the two AP screws. We'll actually get them tightened in on there. Once I can actually manage to hit the screw hole. That's big. For some reason, that's been a little bit difficult here lately. These screws tend to fall off the end of the screwdriver when I'm trying to put it in there. Maybe it's only on the black parts because these are going in pretty quick and easy. Tighten this all the way down. And I mentioned this before, it's nice of them to put a hole here or the slot there for your screwdriver. Tighten that down and make sure that it's on this way. This has got to be on this end, which actually I was looking, kind of looked at it. This is actually the front end of the engine. I was calling this the back end. This is actually the front end of the engine. And we have AP screws, then push the free end of the oil pan hose into the, hang on, which one was the oil pan hose? I have to go back and figure out. Oh, never mind. There is the oil pan hose. Free end of the oil pan hose, which has a piece of wire in it. Decided I'm not going to do that because it makes it difficult to be able to bend these things around where they need to go. It's a neat idea. Maybe eventually I'll do that more. But for me, it's been just a pain to get it to work. Got the end poking out there. Got a fly that's decided it likes me. Get rid of this piece of wire. And so now I can push this back on here. And see, to get this bend would have been a little bit tricky. And so there's the oil pan hose. Does not look bad without the wire. And we're going to assemble the fuel pump. This is making sure this is stage 11. We're going to take the golden bowl here. We're going to take the So this is, let me double check, that is the fuel pump hose. 11F, fuel pump hose. We're going to push the fuel pump hose on this pin right here. Actually, before I do that, let me see if I can take a little bit of this twist out of this. That's a little bit better. That's a long hose, by the way. So push that on there. And it's going to go like this. You got the bowl here, D-shaped hole, D-shaped pin. Push them all the way together, just like that. Turn the page. We have the fuel pump and the oil filter. Oil filter is going to go on the circular spot here. There's a hole in the back, but you don't need, it doesn't say to put a screw into it. You don't need a screw on it. It is pretty stiff, and actually I think it looks like that hole might be shaped a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Yeah, it is slightly shaped. But the metal is, it doesn't look like the pin is. And then the fuel pump, we're going to plug into this hole here. That pin right there. Looks like round and round. So we're going to put that right there like that. And that, my friends, is all there is to do in stage 12 or stage 11. Actually, a pretty quick stage compared to the last couple. Last couple, between the two of them, took over. Between 9 and 10, it took over an hour to do the two stages. 11 is just about 12 and a half minutes. So, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you